I'm Ashley, and in this video, I want to have a serious chat. With you guys. This is the All Things Mental Health by Ashley community, where we spread mental health and self-care. Where I like to spread self-care and mental health through my products and through alternative ways than the traditional. So through my YouTube channel, through my products behind me, by my business, through my therapist reaction videos, all of that stuff. So I'm bringing to you today another topic that I think you guys would appreciate, just because the other topic that I did got too much love, and I appreciate that. I did not know that there were Virginia people on here. Hi. Virginia is kind of an interesting state. You know, most people don't talk about it. Unless you talk about like a celebrity, and literally I think we've only had like a few celebrities come from Virginia. So it's a very underrated state, which is fine. But I'm super excited to see there's some Virginians on here. Thank you guys. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you for commenting that y'all are new subscribers. Thank you guys. I hope that there is something on this channel that appeases you, as I am a multifaceted on this channel. That's why I have different playlists. So if therapist reaction videos aren't really your thing, but you like watching my small business content, you got that. If you like my Sunday resets and my more motivational stuff, I do that. If you like the day in the life of a therapist, I talk about that. If you like my soap making and cutting, I do that. I do a little bit of everything on this channel. And I try to mix it up so that I have all of those types of videos coming out throughout the month. So you will have something for you, I promise. This video today is going to be an interesting topic. I usually get the topics for my videos, life, you know, and I'll tell you guys that. And so I literally went to the donut shop and got 6 donuts from my baker. I know I've talked about her before. She's a small business owner in my town. And me and her chat. I've been going to get some desserts as my cravings have been out of control. And her shop has been wonderful for that. So today she had donuts. And me and her always talk about this. And something I did not tell you guys is that there are 2 shops vacant currently in my town. And I mean, anybody can apply to be a tenant as long as they're a small business owner or a business owner. And that is me. And so I was reaching out to the people who own the rental space and putting my name on the list. And the list isn't that long. I mean, it's a small town. So I was like number 2 on the list. And to own my own brick and mortar store. And I was hesitant about it because of the topic that we're going to talk about today. And basically, let's just get into it. I mean, let's just keep it real. My hesitation was this, and I'll explain why it's my hesitation after. My hesitation is this. Being in a brick and mortar store for me would mean that I am limiting myself to my community only. Unfortunately, my community is not as in totality, my community is not as supportive as I would like. Doing vendor events in my community is not productive. So I could only imagine if I rented a brick and mortar store and opened a brick and mortar store, I would probably get the same result. So I would be giving up the ability to travel doing vendor events, have a brick and mortar store in a community that already does not support their small businesses in the manner in which I feel like they should. Point blank period. That's just my opinion. And talking to other small businesses, they say the same. So I was talking to the baker, and the baker was saying, Ashley, I don't know what more I can do. She says, I have the bakery. She does wedding cakes and all that stuff. But she also does pastries for people to get on a daily basis. She has it out in a case. And she's just like, I don't understand. Now, let me tell you this backstory. We have a mobile coffee business that just opened up. Small business owner, mobile coffee in our community. Just opened up. This woman has been in business since at least 2020. She did my she did my baby shower cake. So at least 2020. This mobile coffee just opened up less than a year ago. So they are selling out in my town. They're selling out in the surrounding towns. When they go around, they are selling out. And my friend, the baker, is like, I don't understand. They offer coffee and pastries when people come to them, and they're selling out. She's like, I don't understand. I'll offer pastries. I'm willing to do coffee. And people are saying that they still would not come to my shop. And she said, I do donuts. And she says, but when somebody drives from an hour from the big city, an hour to this small town to sell donuts every blue moon, they sell out. And then the community people complain that this visiting donut truck has sold out of donuts. And then she's messaging on Facebook, hey, I sell donuts right down the street every day. And so she's just like, I don't understand what I need to do. And I said, one thing I've noticed, I could do, like I said, I can do vendor events in my own town. It doesn't do well. I can go to the neighboring town and make a killing. I said, I think people like what they can't get on a daily basis. They like the exclusivity of, hey, I can't get this any other time except for when she comes to this vendor event. So, or until she comes to my town. So I'm going to buy up her stuff right now because I don't know the next time I may see her, versus supporting somebody that's already in your community that does it on a daily basis. I don't know the logic behind it, but that's what makes sense to me. Like that's what I'm getting, is that like people would rather spend money from outsiders because it is new, it's refreshing, it's different, than to support people who do that same exact thing every day, 365 days a year in your own community. I just got Ashland. If y'all know anything about Virginia, Ashland just asked me to come back for the Christmas market. And I'm thinking to myself, of course, Ashland, I'll come back. I made a killing last year. Of course, I'll come back, you guys. They said people were raved about my stuff. They were excited about my stuff. They would love to they requested to have me back. And I said, absolutely. All things about the husband Ashley loves to be wanted. Just like anybody would. And I said, absolutely. So, but my thing is, if you know anything about Ashland, Richmond is not that far. And there's lots of makers in Richmond. So it's like, people like the exclusivity because I'm in the middle of nowhere selling soap. They would rather have me than have somebody that's right there. And it just blows my mind. And so I told my friend, because she asked me, because the shop that I would be able to rent for my brick and mortar is two stories down from her. So she was really excited. And I was just like, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I said, I think I would make more money going to vendor events, And she said, yeah, I agree. She does some vendor events, not many, but she ends up selling out when she does them. And I've noticed another small business owner in the neighboring town, small town as well. She has a brick and mortar store. I've noticed recently within like the past 6 months, she ended up purchasing a mobile trailer. She's a clothing company. She ended up purchasing a trailer and is now doing vendor events during the weekday and on the weekend. So she'll post that her shop is closed this week or whatever, and because she's doing a vendor event. So I'm assuming that means she's making more money traveling than in the town in which she has a brick and mortar store. Because people like the exclusivity of the fact that, hey, I can't get this product anywhere else unless she comes to this event. So let me get it now while she's here. Because I'm not driving all the way to her store. We're coming to people and meeting them where they are. So that is what made me like get away from the brick and mortar, because I'm watching, even though I would love a store, that may not be where it's at right now. And who knows, 20 years, but I don't know how many years. But right now I'm seeing something that's telling me otherwise, at least here. And right now, mobility is what's winning right now. The mobility, more so than the stability in the stationary of a brick and mortar, at least what I'm seeing here. I'm not saying that's the case everywhere, but that's what I'm seeing here. And then that's the only thing that makes sense to me, because so many shops are closing. I was just talking to the baker today when we were talking about everything else, and she was telling me that the restaurant up the road is closing. And I'm just like, I mean, it doesn't even matter what genre you're in. Clothing, food, it doesn't matter. Like, it is a trend. And, I told my partner that I found my dream trailer. It looks rough. But it can be worked on. But it is the dream. And I can see it looking beautiful within a few months. And I would love to do a mobile soap trailer and take it around to different events and things like that. That would be what I would do versus a brick and mortar. And instead of investing $5,000 or whatever many thousands of dollars into rent, I would buy this and own this mobile trailer that I can serve people self-care from the trailer. And I just love that idea. I've always wanted it. I still have the soap cart that I can bring out at any time that I need to fix up as well. But however, either way, mobility is where it's at least for my business. And it just was so cool to talk to another small business owner about like my logic behind this and getting her perspective, because sometimes I'm sitting here thinking that I'm the only one thinking this stuff. And to see that there's other small business owners here in my small town, and apparently in y'all small town, y'all also feel the same way and feeling it, because these are real topics that I feel like need to be had to help other small business owners out and really be real and vulnerable. I appreciate all of you guys commenting and liking the videos. I appreciate it, you guys. So, I mean, I have videos coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. So stay tuned. I have plenty of them. I'm currently working on like the beginning of December. So this will be coming out the beginning of December. And I'll try to do, shorts for my vendor events, and then on my Sunday resets, let you guys know how my vendor events went and how much money I made and all that stuff probably. But anyway, plenty of content coming out, plenty of therapist reaction videos, potentially going to do a podcast with my partner towards the end of the year. Let me know what topics you want to see there. But I just thought it was just fascinating, like how the climate is changing when it comes to like everybody wanting a brick and mortar. And now people that have a brick and mortar are moving more towards mobility because they're seeing the shift as well, and they're trying to pivot. It is so interesting. Like once you get stuck with a brick and mortar, I feel like it's harder to pivot. It would be easier for me to start with my own mobile trailer, and then if I decide to pivot, I can pivot versus trying to get out of a contract and all of that stuff. But it seems like that's what is working, because even with the coffee, I know I'm rambling, but stick with me. Even with the coffee truck that we just got in our community, if they opened up a coffee shop, I promise you, they would not be selling out like they are now. I promise you. Because we have had a coffee place in this town and it did not do well. So I'm like, it blows my mind. It blows my mind that brick and mortar stores do not do well in this small town. You do better with mobility. And so that coffee truck did wonders. Like, whoever came up with that idea, they is on point. And I'm not going to, I think I'm gonna follow suit with what I had planned on doing and do my mobile trailer, which I'm trying to figure out what that's gonna look like. My mobile soap trailer is gonna probably look like a daggone coffee truck, or like a coffee bar. But it's gonna be like a soap bar, whatever. That's where I'm gonna go, because I love the mobility. I love being able to travel. I love being able to see different cities. I love being able to see my customers every year. They know where to find me. They know my products. They know what my products look like. They know what scents they like. And every year, sometimes I surprise them with new scents. Speaking of that, the baker friend of mine is trying to find a way to kind of stand out, because there's numerous bakeries now in my hometown. I mean, in the town I live in, which is like, has 2 stoplights. So you only need one daggone bakery. However, they got 3. So she's trying to find a way to stand out. And so in our rant about this topic, I told her I have donut soaps, because I was getting donuts. And she was like, oh my gosh, you should put them in my store, like in my bakery. And I was like, I don't really, I told her I don't really like putting myself in people's stores, because I have learned that people don't always value my products as much as I do. And they will have my soap plus 20 other soap makers if it financially benefits them. They don't have any loyalty to one soap maker or one jewelry maker or one freshie maker, whatever it is. And she was just like, well, you do not have to worry about that. I'm only going to have your stuff in here. And I was like, okay. So she was really interested in my donut soaps specifically, and thought it would be a good idea to eventually branch into soap cupcakes and soap cookies and stuff like that, which isn't really the direction I had wanted to go, but I don't have any objection to it. I mean, if there's a market for it, I don't mind tapping into it. So I told her that I would bring some donut soaps by. I'll probably bring like 4, and do the same deals that I do now, which is where they can buy 1 for $8 or 4 for $30. And I'll bring probably 4 or 5 just to kind of see how they do and see how people respond in our town to my donut soaps when they come in to buy treats, because most of the time people do come in around lunchtime to buy desserts from her. But she's even seen where she's cut back her hours a lot. She was open 5 days a week. Now she's only open like 4 days a week. And, it's titrating down because people are not showing up. So there's no need of having the lights on and all of that stuff, just not to be sitting there all day. Even though she does do like wedding cakes and pies and stuff like that, she just feels like she could do all of that in like 1 or 2 days instead of having to sit there for days during the weekday. So anywho, here's my cute little cinnamon roll donut soap. Here is my pink milkshake donut soap. And then here are the Morning Cartoon, which is the Fruit Loop. Donut soaps. So these don't get enough credit as they should. My bars of soap do way better. But I love these and I don't care if I sell them or not. I'm still going to make them because they bring me joy. So that's my rant for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think, because y'all do such a good job of letting me know. And thank you for keeping it positive in the comments as always. Because I'm coming always from a positive place. I just feel like I really want to be real and I really want to be transparent because these topics are needed as life changes, as climate changes. And I'm also curious to see, is this like a Southern Virginia thing? Because sometimes living in Southern Virginia, I think that this is normal. Like, and it may not be that way in Northern Virginia or Eastern Virginia. Like, I don't go to those places. I stay in Southern Virginia and I let Eastern Virginia soap makers do their thing. I let Northern Virginia soap makers do their thing. I let Western Virginia soap makers do their thing, like Roanoke and all them. I let them do their thing, and I do my thing down here in South Virginia. So I'm really curious to see Virginians. What are y'all seeing in y'all's towns? Are y'all what type of trends are y'all seeing? And I'm curious to see in other states, what are y'all seeing? Because the climate is changing, and I'm not glad to see, but it is refreshing to see that I'm not alone in thinking that sales are different this year. They're hitting different this year than previous years, and y'all are seeing it too. So thank you guys so much, and I'll take you guys on any journeys that I end up going on, whether it's brick and mortar, which probably won't, or the mobile soap trailer, probably will. I'll take you guys on whatever journey I decide to do from start to finish. Yeah, let me know. Bye.